morning, Kevin here, and I say we, Cynthia and Steve, we are in Bishops Waltham, but we're starting our walk at Bishops Waltham Palace. I'm going to try and keep the camera angle down because the sun, we're very lucky again with the weather, we've got the ruins just in front of us. So we're going to have a wander around here and see what else we can find within the ruins. I was hoping to do a drone flight, but I'm not sure if we can, although there are drone footage on the internet. So we're going to have a wander around here, and then we're going on to a nature walk, Steve, I think it is. A heritage walk. So the heritage walk this morning, nature walk later on, as long as the weather holds. So let's carry on walking around here and see what else we can find. With the tower behind us, covered in ivy, we're just going to have the general walk round, but I've just got a little bit of information that you might be interested in. Bishops Waltham Palace was built by Henry de Brew, once Bishop of Winchester, 1136. During the Civil War, the palace was destroyed on the orders of Oliver Cromwell, and the ruins are all that remain. Much of the old palace can be found around the town, as it was used for building materials in the buildings that are still standing today. So let's have a wander round, and we're just, as I say, right by the tower with the ivy growing up it. I'll have a little wander round here. We've just come past an area where the cloisters was, which we'll go back into in a moment. But I just wanted to show you as much of this as I can. As you can see, it's a real mixture of flint, of which a lot of it has been knapped, and we've got stonework up the top. But you can see right at the very top, the window there. If I turn round, you can see where another window was here, which was arched at the top, and it's got the stonework all the way around the sides, and an opening through there. But you can see where a lot of it has fallen away. So let's just come back through this way. And it is rather a lovely, lovely building. Just in front of me is where the cloisters was, just through here. And as you can see, the foundations are all the way round. And if I stand here and just pan the camera around, you can see it was a substantial building. As I go up these steps here, this area was the main hall. You see great big tall windows all the way along that wall there. There's a signboard here that says the Great Hall. It shows you what it would have looked like. And as I come down this way, as you can see, it stretches right away in front of me, and these were the service rooms just here, but this time with smaller windows. But we're going through, I'm just about to walk through this opening here. There was an old well which was just there, but I'm not going to show you down inside of there because it's just absolutely full of rubbish. So this is the end of the palace walls, just here. I pan back round and wander back up through this way. You can see in front of me where the palace spread across the away in front of me. Sadly, unfortunately, we've got some workmen here. But I'll just head back up towards the Great Hall. And it's just a lovely, lovely setting. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to come out through this side wall here. And there's another notice board just in front of me, which gives you more information about Bishops Waltham's Palace. So this is the Great Hall I was in just now, and the service rooms, and the rooms beyond with the kitchen walls, and then we've got the inner court area, the cloisters, which is just behind me, and the chapel, crypt and chapel, which is just to my right hand side now where I'm standing. But there's a picture of the ruins as it would have looked. We're just going to go back round this way towards where the cloisters is. Got some lovely trees all around here. There's beech trees and there's a fir just to my left, and a lovely shot through there. This is absolutely lovely place to come to. But this is, and we haven't even started our walk yet, so this is just beautiful. Just standing under a big pine tree, and just in front of me here is the Bishop's Great Chamber, which is just through there. You think you wander around a little bit and you think you've seen everything, but then there's even more. I'm just going to wander through here because luckily they've put plaques up on the walls so you know exactly where you're going into. And this is the West Tower, and this is the tower with all the ivy on. Let me just read what it says here. The tower, marking the southwest corner of the main palace, dates from the 12th century. It was altered in the 14th century, and the top floor was added by Cardinal Beaufort in 1406. It housed the bishop's private apartments. But you can see where there was originally a window just there, or a doorway, and you've got the stone mullions going all the way round. And it's just it just goes on and on and on. Quite incredible. But from this angle, there you go, from the other end, from this point, you've got the other ruins just away in the distance there. But it's just stunning. When Steve first said about coming to the ruins, I just thought it was going to be this very flat, almost like these walls just in front of me. But to actually see this here, it's just so impressive. It was a huge, huge area. And if I back away into this corner here, and it looks like there was probably a moat at some point. Cynthia's trying to duck out of the way, but this could have been a moated area through here, and there's a wall just on the other side. But if I stand here and go show you through there, you can just see how vast this site was. It was huge. We've come away from the main ruins over there to here, which is something I pointed out to you earlier on. And in here is the old brew house and bake house. So down that end, I will go down there in a second. You can see the big arched, with the mullion arches around the oven there. That's the bake house. This end is the brew house, and this is just lovely. I just love this. If I tilt up, you can see where the old chimney, hopefully you can see that anyway, but the light is not very good here. You can see the big old fireplace there and the chimney going right the way up. And all the way along both sides you've got the windows with the stone mullions, and stone mullions round the doorway. And just here's a little plaque: the brew house and bake house. All major households bake their own bread and brewed their own beer. The fermentation process in the beer making killed any bacteria, making beer a safer option to drink than water. This wing was built by William Wickham in circa 1378 to 81. So if we wander down here, again there's another chimney still intact up the top. But you've got these sections. There's a 3-section building, but we don't know what this section was for. And as I come down into the bakehouse area, you can see the huge ovens that would have been there, with all the lovely stonework and brickwork surround it, with all the napped flints that are going all the way up. Some of these are just razor sharp, absolutely lethal. So today that's our visit to these ruins. So we're going to press on with the first part of the walk, which we're looking forward to, but we've already spent a lot of time looking around these ruins, but it's been worth it. It's been absolutely worth it, and loved it. Absolutely brilliant.